Hello Cast fans and welcome. This is our YouTube channel, Cast Tigers Women, and we are going to take a look at what the press have been saying. A bit like the BBC sometimes do on an evening, we're going to do the same. We're going to take a look at the papers, take a look at what they've said after our game against the Bradford Bulls, and we're going to take a look at what they've said before our huge game on Sunday against Wigan Warriors. Don't forget, it is contenders versus champions. The reigning defending champions, Wigan Warriors, come to the Menderhouse Jungle. 1 p.m. kickoff down at the Jungle. £3 entry for adults, £1 entry concessions. And if you're a Cast Tigers season ticket holder, guess what? You get through the gates for free. No charge for you. Right, let's get stuck into the press and let's see what they have been saying. Let's begin with League Weekly, and they go with the headline: Tigers bounce back well from cup final defeat. Right in the middle here, basically saying, yep, Castleford may have lost at Bolton, but they came back strong here against Bradford, winning 50 points to 16. You have to say, though, credit to Bradford for getting those 16 points, although when Castleford look back at the tries that they did concede, they'll certainly be thinking, yeah, we have to do better there. Those tries, this wasn't good enough offensively. The Cast should have not have conceded those 3 tries, but they did at the end of the day, and Cast won that game 50 points to 16. Perhaps a few eyebrows raised at the 16, but you know what, a win is a win, and that's what they needed after that defeat at Bolton. This was exactly what they needed, a big win to get back on track. That first defeat of the season against Leeds at Bolton was heartbreaking, wasn't it, for Cast fans? Another final, another loss, but all you can do, I guess, is look forward and go again. Pick yourselves up, that's what champions do. You don't ever lose, you always learn, and that's what Cass will be hoping to do this time round. Now, over to the League Express, and they have gone with a big picture as well as the headline: Tigers bounce back in style. A picture there, I can see Emma Slow, Shauna Hoyle, Georgia Roach, all getting stuck into Savannah Andrade from the Bradford Bulls. Basically, the League Express say similar things to what the League Weekly has said. They've bounced back after their cup final defeat, 50 points to 16 victory, a great victory for Cass. Maybe the 16 doesn't look so good for Cass, but a win is a win, and they're back to winning ways. And basically saying pretty much the same what League Weekly have said. Now, Pontiac Cast, that's an interesting one because this one comes out on a Thursday, so we are recording this Friday night, Saturday morning. I'm not going to tell you what time it is, but it's pretty late. Anyway, Ponty and Cast do lead up a little bit more towards that Wigan game, which is what we want to focus on now. They do, in the headline, say Tigeresses bounce back ahead of champs clash. And what a clash that's going to be against the Wigan Warriors. And they put it right there in the paper saying, next up for Castleford is a huge clash against the reigning Super League champions, Wigan Warriors. Now, I know Wigan, they were a bit disappointed losing to Featherstone last week away at the Elder Nutrition Stadium. But let me tell you something, they are going to be fired up this time round, playing at the Jungle. They will want to put on a performance. Whether they win or lose, it doesn't matter. They'll want to put on an improved performance following that disappointment at Featherstone. So Cass have got to be careful, because Wigan are not here to play around. They are, at the end of the day, the reigning defending Super League champions, and they cannot be underestimated. No matter how weak or bad their form is at the moment, they simply cannot be underestimated. Some say that perhaps that's what Cass did with Leeds. Leeds, before the cup final, lost to St Helens in the league, and they came back, and we all know what happened after that. So Cass cannot underestimate them, and we'll see whether they can come back in style. There is a bit more press. Raw Magazine goes with a picture of Lindsay Anfield there in the corner. From what I understand, if Cass, the deadline for the Raw Magazine, by the way, to send all the content in was 28th, 29th, and the final was on the 27th. So plan A was, if Cass win, we're going to go with the Cass front page. If Cass lose, we're going to go with Liam Watts. Well, you're welcome, Liam Watts. There you are. There's your front page. Anyway, in the magazine, you can find the match report, you can see Lindsay Anfield's reaction to the defeat. Of course, the head coach was disappointed. But at the end of the day, we got to look forward. We got to look ahead to the next game. We can't keep talking about that final. We just got to move on and go again. That's all you can do, is pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and have another go. And that's what Cass will be trying to do. That's what Lindsay Anfield will be trying to do. She was a little bit disappointed because all the players are still. This is an amateur game. This is a community game, Women's Rugby League, and a lot of the players did receive some messages on social media that were that weren't nice, considering none of the players get paid or anything like that. They turn up. So most of these girls work, and they come straight after work, 6:30 to 9:30, training at the jungle. Then straight back to work in the morning. Then day after they've got to rest. But during the rest they've got to work. They've got to go to the gym themselves. So they train all day, all week. And it's not nice to see that some people have decided to go in and privately write messages that are just not necessary. Not at this level of the game. Not when they're not getting paid anyway. It's all right. It's not. I was going to say it's all right if you do it to a Super League player who gets paid, but that's not right. Is it? You just shouldn't do it at all. But we'll go with a nice little gallery of photos here. As you can see, loads of good shots from a number of photographers. There's a match report written by Andrea Mena. There's a roundup. There's some news about the new pathway, and this week we've seen over 60 girls turn up to the sessions. So it's been a great week for the pathway. Loads of kids coming down to the taster session, so the future looks bright. And one more thing from the Raw magazine. In the middle, as you can see, a nice little spread, a nice little poster if you want to put it over your bed with the Cass women's side and the fans in the background. By the way, the fans have been... I'm speechless. The fans, the Cass fans, the Cass Army has been sensational. 500 went down to Bolton. Leeds took about 50, we took 500. 500 fans paid £25 for a ticket. Some of them paid £10 to get on a coach. I can't remember what parking was. I think that was about £10 as well. They threw so much money at that game, and to see so many of them with flags, with scarves, they were chanting. I could hear them from the top of the media box. It was just sensational. I'll never forget, the Cass fans made a tremendous atmosphere. Absolutely superb. And then at the end, when the girls walked round and they were all disappointed and the fans stayed and to applaud them, sensational. The Cass fans are just the best, and hopefully we'll see similar scenes at the jungle this Sunday when we take on Wigan Warriors. Don't forget, Mendehoes Jungle, 1 p.m. kickoff. It's contenders against the champions. Cass Tigers women against Wigan Warriors, the reigning defending champions from the Women's Super League. It's got to be a big one. Don't forget, £3 entry for adults, £1 concessions. Free if you're a season ticket holder. So come down on Sunday. The men play on the Saturday, so hopefully they're going to get a big win against London. Hopefully the 19s will get a big win against Wigan. And then on Sunday, the big one, Cass, Wigan, Women's Super League, 1 p.m. kickoff down in the jungle. See you there.